Hello, it's Coach Manny again. It's great to be with you here today as we move to help you create a better world. I hope you're all excited today, and if you're not, I've got something that's going to excite you because today's subject, reactive or proactive. Are you making things happen or are you watching them happen? Are you creating what happens in your life, or are you just and are you just watching what happens? Let's get moving. Procrastination is the #1 killer, isn't it? And we all do it. So let me give you a simple story about the difference between proactive and reactive. And this is a story. I don't know how many of you remember pinball machines, but I think they're still out there, so most people should be able to relate. Pinball machine has this little silver ball in it, and you shoot the ball, and the silver ball goes up, and then it starts bouncing around. It goes from one bang to the next, from one bumper to the next, and then it starts coming down, and it hits your flipper, and you flip it back up, and it bangs around. You ever feel like that? That's what reactive is. That's what happens when the only thing you ever do is react. Boom, I got to do this. Somebody's on the phone. Somebody's here. Somebody's there. Come on, y'all can relate to that, can't you? Now, define that against proactive, where you are controlling the processes in your life. You need to be proactive and watch how much more success you can achieve in everything you do. So today, I'm going to share these 7 simple facts with you on this video and try to help you in each one. #1, right now. Stop. Don't put it off. Do it right now. The other day, I can relate a very simple story for you. I needed to renew my registration, and I'm driving along. And instead of just driving to the motor vehicle office, I was trying to talk myself out of it because it didn't need to be done. It needed to be done. And what happens when you don't do it right now and it needs to be done? You get jammed. And then what happens? You become the pinball. #2, what's the highest value stuff you work on? We've talked about this time and time again. The most important, the most critical things, you should know what they are, and they should be driving your life, not everything else. What's the most important thing you do? My most important thing, and most of you probably, is working with your customers and trying to generate new business. Why should I be doing other things instead of those? The third thing is, interruptions. And again we talk about this, and again people tell me it's life. It isn't. You have got to control the interruptions, because there's 2 types of interruptions. Not just the interruptions that other people do. You interrupt yourself. You interrupt yourself by saying, oh, I got to check my email. Hoop, I wonder if that message that was just left is important. Hoop, in comes somebody. I was reading a great book. It was a republished book, or actually the first publish of this book by Napoleon Hill, which I'm not ready to release to you all yet. But the bottom line is when we lose our concentration on what we're supposed to be doing, then what happens? Interruptions happen. We can create our own interruptions, but many times it's something else. When you need to get something done, shut the door, hide, go somewhere else. I talked to somebody the other day. I said, you know, if you can't work in your office, go work at home. Go work somewhere else. Go somewhere where you can get hours worth of peace to get things done and stop being reactive. #4, I'm sorry, you got to have a plan. And not just do you have to have a plan, because I know everybody has a plan. I got a plan. This is what I'm going to do this week. This is a plan what I'm going to do today. And 35 minutes into it, it's already gone to garbage because you don't have the discipline to stick to the plan. So you need a plan, but more importantly, you need to stick to it. And I read something the other day which was great, and it was right on this. It says, better to have a weak plan and execute it than to have the greatest plan in the world and never get there. So keep that one focused in your mind. What about those things every day that you have to do? You need to get them into your regular schedule. You know, I changed my schedule recently, and one of the things I try to do is I try to make 20 new connections a day. That is on my schedule. It's a daily thing. I try to add X number of names to my email list every day. And if the day comes to an end and I haven't done those things, it's not complete. That's what you need. What are those things? Identify those things that you have to do every day. I call it the 5, 10, 20, but groups of 5. What are the things that you need to do every day? You know you need to do them if you want to be successful. In sales, you need to prospect every day. So put it on there and check it off when it's done. Number 6, stop delaying stuff because you can. Especially you entrepreneurs out there. I know where you've been. I don't want to do this today. Or I can put that off till tomorrow. No, you can't. If it needs to be done, let's get it done as soon as we can. That's the new phrase I want you to think about. As soon as I can. Let's get stuff done as soon as I can. And finally, the last one, which really, I want you to think about this. Stop thinking and start doing. We spend so much time thinking. I mean, people literally spend a half an hour thinking about something that's going to take 20 minutes to do. They'll spend a half an hour thinking about they should do it or not. And I know you're laughing out there because I know we're all guilty. I do it. Come on, let's be honest. We procrastinate about stuff. We spend more time and energy procrastinating about it than it might actually take us to do. I'll go back to my example the other day with the motor vehicle issue. It actually took me 20 minutes. I bet you I've thought about it for I don't know how long. I just went and did it. Recap. Real simple. Don't be the pinball. Do it right now. Do the highest value things. Cut the interruptions in your life. Not just the interruption of other people, but the interruptions that you create. Create a plan and stick to it. Even if the plan's not so great, your sticking to it will be amazing. You want to, in sales, you want to get some more business? Decide you're going to hit X number of prospects every day and do it for 30 days. You'd be amazed. You'll have more business than what you know how to deal with. Daily, regular, define those things that have to be done every day and put them in your schedule. Stop delaying because you can. Because tell yourself, I can't. If I had a boss, and this was the other example the other day, if I had a boss, I'd have to get this stuff done, wouldn't I? If I worked for somebody else, and some of you probably work for somebody else, but you can still put it off. Get it done. And finally, you know what? If we spend a little less time thinking about it and a little more time doing it, we're going to get some more time. And you know how I am about time. You need to get more. It's Coach Manny. It's always my pleasure. There's the website. Get out there. We got some new stuff coming. We got some great new product website coming up. Get out there. Get started. I'm telling you, stop procrastinating and start doing. Right? Coach Manny Nowak saying, have a